Hi everyone, Great Power 60 here. So today I am tackling my craft and office nook. I was just looking at all of it. I haven't touched a thing, so I'm going to try and insert my camera into this video that I'm doing with my webcam. So I'm not going to lift up my webcam and bring it over. I'm going to use my camera. So I'm going to stop here with this one and show you what I have to tackle today. And as I said before, I'm going to be using the KonMari method, which is to have everything out on the floor and go through things and organize and touch everything and make sure that what I'm keeping is going to have a function, and donate or throw out in the trash the rest. Alrighty, so hang tight here. I'm just going to stop my webcam and start filming on my little camera. Alrighty, I'll be back in a flash. Okay, so here we are in this little corner. My table over there is where I usually do my filming, with my laptop. And then from my kitchen area, this is coming into the living room. The living room is more over there, and that is all the stuff from my uncle's place that I have to sort, go through. Most of it is tools and things, but there's a lot of odds and ends. There's a telephone, a coffee maker, a lot of tools, and of course in the back there I have some pictures and frames and so on that were mine that were stored away. And then there's a few empty boxes there so that I have them available to donate. I have one donations on there, and some other things. Okay, so that's the living room part. This is what we're tackling. I'm hoping that this baby's change table will suffice to keep everything organized. I think it's a good size. The problem is, you know, I don't know how I'm going to put everything together. I have my printer down here, and I have a lot of these boxes. These were sorting boxes that I kept my bills in. It has a drawer in the bottom. These were all made of cardboard, but I had them in my other apartment coordinated with this box, this little box, this bigger one, and in the back you can't see it, but there's a file folder there. So these are all of my office supplies. This is all of my craft things that I'm going to try and see if I can put all my office and craft stuff in this corner so I have a place, because I have really nowhere else to put it unless I put it in my bedroom, these containers in my bedroom, in my closet. But I don't really want to do that. I want things to be open and available. I don't want to be able to hide anything. I would like things to all be organized. So, and as I said before, I'm going to separate. I have bags of loose photographs, family photos and so on in there. I've got some more there. I have some more piled up here. Those, some documents, I'm going to separate the documents and the photographs to do at a later date, where I am going to digitize all of those and get them out of the way. So basically, here I'm going to have, like, I got this basket full of post-it notes, pens, tacks, pin tacks. You know, there's everything. I mean, even got a candle in here. I mean, come on, guys. You know, I've got a battery-operated pencil sharpener. I've got lots of folders and things in here, papers in the back. Alrighty, so that's my mess. This is the before. See if we can give you a better shot of it. These were what I had organized before my crafts. I have them just in the corner here beside the baby change table that I'm going to use for my office supplies. Over here, I'll move this chair out of the way. sorry, is my uncle's file cabinet. And I think I'm going to, it's a two drawer on wheels. And then I have my shredder, my shredding machine up top. So I want to organize all of this. So what I'm going to do is separate the craft things, keep it separate until I can organize this. Organize all of my photographs and documents, keep those separate, and then somehow come up with a really nice way of keeping my papers and pencils and office supplies separate from the rest of the mess. I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave my printer on the second shelf because this has a lip and it's a little difficult to keep it, you know, the lip in here. So that's where the babies change, where they change them. So right now it's on the second shelf. I think I'm going to leave it there and maybe use the third shelf for crafting. That should work. I'll be back in a minute when I have this all taken off of there, piled on the floor for me to go through, and I'll just give you an idea of how I'm going to do that. And like I said, it's basically 3 piles. And I'll keep my craft, because my craft supplies were organized in containers, we'll keep that kind of separate. And then of course I got my black cat there that likes to talk. She's a bad girl. She's a bad girl. Alrighty. And then my curio cabinet's over here. I might have to move that so that it's part of the living room instead of part of the office area. We'll see what we can do. Alrighty, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm in the middle of sorting. Oh, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a view of what I've done so far. This is a really big job because there's so many little items. Over here on these piles over here are all of, and I try to keep it separate for now, all photographs, mementos, and things like that. I'm going to keep that all separate. Some papers and so on. And then I've got some, I was sitting on the floor here, my wrapping bubble paper. Those are some folder holders that, or paper holders, whatever you call them. I don't know what you call these things. Paper holders, folders, whatever. I mean, they're really, really handy, but right now they're just holding things until I can sort through them. These are the pens and paper. I've got some, I didn't realize I had so many pens, pencils, paper clips, so on and so forth. So I'm sort of trying to go through them. That's a big job in itself. However, I'm trying to scale down. Then all of here in the box, I put the larger post-it notes, and there's some little, oh, let's go down here. Make sure the strap doesn't get away. You know, these little booklets. I used to have them in my purse, you know, for when I had to do little memo booklet things. So they're over there. These are the bigger post-it notes. There's some smaller ones here, and the post-it tags. Some Martha Stewart things, a cute little pen that I had with a turtle on it. I really love this thing. Isn't it cute? It's a cute decoration. I'll put it back up here with the other green things. So I tried, oh, I hope you can see here. Alrighty, so I tried my printer on the top shelf. This was the other coordinating file folder holder that went with the bill holder, I guess you'd call that box, and so on. So I was trying it up here, and I have these green letter holder, little sort of paper clips and so on stuff, and pen holder, another candle I have in there. I haven't cleaned that out to see if the printer would fit okay with the papers coming out here. I'm not sure. It may go back on the second shelf, and then of course the shelves are all empty. And then sorted, and look at this. Look how many of these big clamps. I mean, I don't know. These papers down here are to be, this is like, you know, receipts, bills, you know, my insurance papers, all that kind of thing that I got to sort through and shred. These are things for my car, you know, the owner's manual stuff that I put in a plastic bag, any owner's manuals for different things that I have. This is garbage I had thrown just behind me. That was my other file folder. That's more garbage. And it is now empty, so I'll be able to store things in there or get rid of it, not sure. This was a scrap book that I had made. A couple of things. Oh, I'm on the floor now. So, this is the sort of thing I've been going through. Look at all the pencils, and I still haven't gone through this one yet. So this is what stage I'm at. So I'm sort of at stage 2. I've emptied everything off of that shelf, except for the printer and those few little things at the top. Everything is empty there. So I'm hoping either the papers will go, you know, this is something I can reorganize as I go along, but as long as I have things sorted, the second shelf will be for all papers, any supplies and so on, and I'm going to try and put all of my crafting stuff on the bottom shelf. So this is kind of in the middle of things, and I thought I'd give you a quick peek as to what I have to do. Oh, here we go. Here I am, a mess. I'm in my work clothes, and I don't know what you're seeing behind me, but whatever. This is the kind of sorting of things that have been stored for a couple of years. I've just emptied the boxes. I put them on top of the change table and boxes all over. So now I'm going through all of these things. I'm not going to have to buy a pen or a piece of paper for quite a few years. So I am going to continue here and then put everything that I'm keeping on the shelf, and we're working from there. And as I say, I'm sorting through them, and the pencils I'll put together maybe in a packet to donate, maybe to a preschool place. There's one just up the street. If not, donate them to something. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Oh, so almost there. I feel like I'm halfway. Let's see what happens next. I'll see you in a bit. All right, so here's my final solution to my dilemma that I had, and that was to find a place to put my office supplies and my printer and my crafts. So this is what I've done. I'll get a little closer here. I put my chart up here. I just left those things on there for now, but this will be where I keep track of things that I need to keep track of, like my videos on YouTube, things like that. I've left my printer on the top because I need to scan once in a while. For the time being, I've left these little things here, and this folder holds some papers, scrapbooking papers that are too big to go in. Thank goodness it fits in here. And I've got folders in here where I can put my various projects. Alrighty, so that's the top shelf. I'm going to kneel down here. On the second shelf is where I've put all of my craft information stuff. You know, my tapes, my knickknacks, papers, my little tools, etc., etc. And in the bottom shelf, what I decided to do was take 2 cubes, because paper is kind of messy. So I have 2 cubes that holds the loose things in there, and some papers are here, and I've used these file folder holders to place here in between. And here I have envelopes. Sorry, I have envelopes folders and a lot of paper and a lot of these cardstock. So, back up on my knees. Project is done. I did move the curio cabinet out of the way because it was too crowded here. I've also moved the file, the 2-drawer file that my uncle had left. And that was quite a job. My next project I have to do, now that I've organized my craft and my office supplies, is to go through my photographs and memorabilia and digitize that, and also to shred some old papers that are not necessary anymore. I'm going to come over here. I hope the light's not too bright, but I'll bring it over here. This basket, I'm just going to put it up here, is what I have left. I have markers here. This is what I have left of my pens. So the pens are here. Pencils, coloring pencils. I still have a few more coloring pencils in the other room. I'll bring those in here. These are all my highlighters, markers, and whiteboard markers in here. I really don't have a spot for it right now, so for now I'm just going to put it there because it really doesn't fit on here, although I suppose I could make room on the second shelf of my goodies. So office supplies and crafting supplies are now in a nice organized place, and I'm actually quite proud of using that particular change table because it worked out really nicely. Whew, that was quite a job. The next big job, of course, is to go through all of my personal papers and my personal papers and my photographs, and purge those and digitize what I need to digitize and get rid of some of those things, and that I will do in the background. So I'd show you me, but I look terrible. Thanks for joining me on this little journey of getting all organized here and having everything in its place where I know exactly where it is. And that is that. Thanks for joining me on my little journey, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.